Up next, I'm going to review Therapia by Aroma's fragrances that I have in my collection now, which is over 10. I'm going to rank my top 10 favorite ones that I really highly recommend you guys trying out. So stay tuned to find out what they are. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose. And today I'm going to do a video on ranking my top 10 favorite fragrances from Therapia by Aroma. Those of you who have been watching my videos know I discovered this local perfumery here in Miami. They have two main locations. They're opening up a couple smaller ones. One, they're actually about to open on Calle Ocho, selling out of another store. But again, just brief background. Irene, who is the owner of the store, is a perfumer. She was trained in Grasse, France. She is originally from Paris. She lived there for many years. She is French, of course. So all her perfumes are extremely classical French inspired. When you smell hers, for those of you who have already bought some of her stuff, and I know a lot of you have, they're not like anything you smell on the market today. Definitely not in the designer or typical fragrance market. And even in the niche market, this is real niche, or I would call it indie fragrance, because she's an indie. She's an independent perfumer. She's not with anybody. She doesn't sell this mass produced. She just sells out of her local store. And of course, so this is very kind of artisan, niche, indie perfumery. It's why I love it. And she's so great. And every time I go and talk with her, I learn more and more and see how she composes these amazing fragrances. What I've done is I've bought so many of her fragrances now because they're so cheap. Again, if you haven't bought any, go buy some. I mean, they're $15 for a 30 ml, which is right here. That's a 30 ml. And for 100 ml, the bottles are $25. You heard me right. $15 and $25 for 100 milliliter of indie niche perfumery that's completely handcrafted here in Miami by a French-trained from Grasse, France perfumer. All right, so what I've done is, again, every time I go there, which is probably once a week now, I end up picking up another perfume because it's so cheap. I just love it. I'm gonna rank my top 10 favorite. I have over 10 fragrances, and there are still many more that I haven't smelled. So, this is my top 10, but I'm still smelling many more, and I'll update that list as we go. Coming in number 10, I've got Leaves. Leaves. What else can I say? This is a beautiful green, effervescent, uplifting outdoor fragrance. It smells like leaves. I mean, she really nailed it here. I don't even know what's in these, by the way, because she doesn't list them. This is not something where she has everything listed. Sometimes she will list them a little bit on the labels, but you got to sit down and talk to her independently or individually on each one. But Leaves is this beautiful green, and I just put it on. I love it for like an everyday fragrance when I want to kind of lift my spirits. Next, coming in at number 9. Actually, you know what? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, that was honorable mention. I'm sorry, that was honorable mention. So technically, I guess that would be number 11. Coming in at number 9 or 10 would be Oud Fumé, one of the first fragrances I bought from her a couple months ago. This is a smoky, wonderful oud fragrance. If you like oud, she uses exceptional raw materials from all around the world that she has her connections back from France that she uses in her fragrances. She showed me around her laboratory. I'm actually going there in a couple days to explore it even more and smell even more of her raw materials. But Oud Fumé, great if you like oud, and you like, of course, that is smoke. So this is like a very smoky oud fragrance. Next, this is actually one of her newest ones that she just released. This is called Amber's Way. Again, this is a very kind of light bergamot opening into this beautiful resinous amber dry down. It's very kind of simple, very straightforward, but very classical French. All right, so that was 11, 10, 9. All right, that was 9. Coming in number 8, I have Queer Imperial. This is, again, as you can tell, the word queer means leather. Just a deep, dark leather fragrance. You can see from the color of the juice, which is the darkest of the ones that I've showed you so far. This is a very rich leather fragrance. If you like leather fragrances, try Queer Queer Imperial. Okay, so that was number 8. Coming in then at number 7. And this is where it gets tough because I wear all these a lot right now. They're heavy in my rotation. This is Lafayette. And Lafayette, she actually lists, I think, some things on here. It's got agarwood, which is, of course, also oud, patchouli, and vanilla. To me, this is a real mix of the oud and the vanilla. It's got a little bit of a sweetness and a smoothness from the vanilla, but the patchouli, it's just all in there. And it's so different. It's hard for me to put into words how different her perfume is from like everything else on the market right now. And I gotta say, I'm a little bit bored sometimes of the general market. I do think that even in the niche market, the perfumers and the companies need to step it up a little bit. I think they've gotten a little bit boring sometimes and they're afraid to push the limits. That's why I love this house and why I love her fragrances. All right, that was number 7. Coming in at number 6, I have Patchouli Frankincense. Again, I love how she takes classical materials. She really is into classical. She studies actually formulas from the Bible, which obviously has a lot of frankincense and myrrh. She looks at a lot of that stuff. She has all these amazing formulas she's shown me from in this book that she has from France of these classic. This one is actually a light patchouli fragrance, but it's got frankincense, which is one of my favorites. Very, of course, traditional in perfumery. All right, coming in now, top 5. I have Blue. I love when one word says it all. This is just a beautiful, sexy blue fragrance. But unlike the classic blue marine fragrances that you see on the market, like the department store, this is just a beautiful, again, fresh, uplifting, enlivening type blue fragrance. Love it, wear it all the time. All right, number 4, one of the newer ones that I actually just got recently. This is Queer Day Sandalwood. Queer Day Sandalwood is another beautiful leather fragrance that's really anchored by that sandalwood, but it's also got a nice light kind of bergamot top, which keeps it fresh and not too dark. And actually you can see compared to I'll just show you the Queer Imperial, which is much darker, and the Queer Sandalwood, which is much lighter. Just let me show you the backs of those. So this is Queer Day Sandalwood here, much lighter than the Imperial. So if you like a little bit of a lighter, more powdery leather, that's it. All right, number 3, White Iris. I absolutely love this. It's funny, iris is one of these fragrance notes that typically I do not really like, and I am now in love with iris. I am like seeking out iris fragrances. This is just so happy, fun, effervescent, energetic. I put it on constantly. One of my go-to fragrances right now is White Iris. I wear this one literally all the time. All right, number 2, another one of my new pickups from Therapia by Aroma is Vetiver D8D. I have this in the 100 milliliter. What else can I say? She uses the best vetiver from Haiti. But it's got a sweetness to it. It's kind of, excuse me, it's a little dark. I'm sorry. It's a little bit like, not dark from the standpoint of like, coloring. It's just got this deepness to it because of that vetiver. It's got that kind of hay-like, almost grass-like quality to it. It's grounded, it's beautiful. Wear it all the time. Love Vetiver D80. And coming in at number 1, this is my pure favorite right now, Musk Mallow. Musk Mallow. And this is not a dirty musk. This is just a pure, sexy, citrusy musk that is wearable for anybody at any time. I literally cannot put this one down. I am wearing it non-stop. So there you go. There you have it, my top 10 or 11 fragrances from Therapia by Aroma. Again, try it out if you haven't bought any. Go online to our website. I'll put the link below. It's a no-brainer to try them out. Try any of these 10. I think they'll be a winner if you like kind of, the ways I described them. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. This is JoelTheNose. I'll be back soon with another video. And again, if you haven't signed up for ScentXplore 2021, click on the link below. Get the discounted rate now before the price goes up soon. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace and love.